Hey everyone, this is Max Edson, co-founder of Price, and I'm going to show you how to price at a lower level in the county so we can go by cities or zip codes in this example. So what I want to do is kind of show you, this is the export that we're going to get if you download from Price on the scrub file, and I'm going to show you, so let's say we give you obviously the county pricing. So this is where our offer price is on the county, and I'm going to highlight this one just so we can keep note of that. And then I'm going to create a little bit of a scheme here so we can get down at a city level. Now we have a beta version out where we're doing this automatically, but for those that want to know and understand how to do this manually, this is the process that you're going to want to do. So first of all, obviously you can see that there's different cities that are lined up here. So we have Frankfurt, Marysville, Vermilion, and a few others. For the sake of this example, I'm going to do a few of them to give you an idea of how this can actually look. So I'm going to create a table first. I'm going to say this column is going to be ID. This one's going to be my city pricing. And then I'm going to create a weight column as well. So I'm going to make sure that you can see all these. And then I'm going to create different IDs for the different cities, and then obviously the county level one that we're going to create. So I'm going to do the county level, and then I'm going to do two city examples for you today. So let's fill these in here. So county, let's see, looking at all these, Frankfurt looks to be a good one, and then we're also going to do, let's do Marysville as well. So we're going to put that in there. I'm going to put weight as 1 for the county, and then this is when you want to do your in-depth analysis. You can use our site, look at the comps, see exactly what kind of pricing kicker you want up or down, and this is how we can weight it accordingly. So just for the sake of this example, I'm going to put this weight as 1.5, and then I'm going to put this weight as 1.2 for now. So before we actually get to the pricing, I want to make sure that this is going to work, and so I can classify and see the IDs in action. So I'm going to create a new column here, and this is going to be my new city offer pricing. And then I'm going to make this one ID. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create an ID version so I can see visually that these are actually working before I implement the pricing. And all you need to do is you're going to come up here, click equals, if statement, tab that out, and then this is the logic. So what this is I'm going to say if this parcel city equals this city right here, and in order to do that I need to lock that number in, which is F4 on your keyboard, and if that equals that, then I want to put this ID number in there, and I'm also going to lock that in there too. And what locking it is, when you click F4, what that's going to do is allow you to keep this value while I drag the rest of the results down. And so I'm going to lock that in, and then if it's not that, then I want to do another if-then statement and say if it is not that city, so if it's not Frankfurt, then I'm going to do if this city equals Marysville this time, and I'm going to lock that one in, then I want to put this ID, and then I'm going to put that. And of course, if it doesn't equal either of those, I'm going to go back and revert back to the county ID, which is that one, and I'm going to lock that number in too. So when I close these up and select it, you can see the parcel city in this scenario is Axtell, which is neither Frankfurt or Marysville, so it's going to go back and classify it as the county level pricing scheme. And all I need to do now, so I have my variables in here now. I'm just going to double click, drag these down, and then you're going to see how this looks. So first of all, I'm going to see how this looks. It looks like it classified the first ones, Frankfurt, and then you can see that it didn't hit Marysville. So this is a good way to understand if you're doing it right or not. So now you can see that there was some kind of mix-up in here. So I'm going to go back to my equation and see, okay, if this city equals this, then it's going to be Frankfurt. And if it is not, if this city equals Marysville, then I'm going to put Y7. Oh, and that's why. So I did not lock that one in, and that's where you can see where that can change everything. So if I lock that in now, come back here, double click, and now you can see that the 2's are here. So that's a valuable example where you want to make sure that you're locking in the values so when you drag them down, those will stick. So I'm going to go back here just so you can see what happens. If I went back here where it is Marysville, you can see that all I changed here, I didn't lock this value in, and because I didn't lock it in, as I drag this down, instead of staying on this 2, it dragged all the way down here. So that's why you need to lock those values in. So I'm going to go back here, lock that one in again, make sure I have it, and there we go. So now I know everything's working right. I'm going to create a new column here. So this is going to be my new city offer pricing. And instead of an ID, this is actually going to be my dollar amount column. So all I need to do, I'm going to copy this, add it here, and now I'm going to change the exact same equation but into a dollar amount. So now I'm going to go through it again. If this city equals Frankfurt, then instead of putting that ID number, what I want to do is come in here, go to the original offer price, and then put a multiplier and times it by this weight. And so I'm going to times it by that weight, lock in that weight. And so now that first city is taken care of. I'm going to move on to the next city. If X still equals Marysville, then put Z7 here, Y7. So instead of Y7, what I'm going to do is now I'm going to go back to this offer price, put a multiply, 1.2, click F4. And then the last thing I need to do, instead of Y5 here, I'm actually going to just put the offer price. So if it doesn't count, or it doesn't hit any of these cities, I'm just going to put the actual offer price in there. So when I click enter, you can see that now I have a dollar value in here. So 3,006.14 cents, 3,006.14 cents, and I'm going to double click this column, and you're going to see that all these are going to be the county offer pricing scheme now until it hits Frankfurt. So now Frankfurt, you can see the original offer price was $31.20.26, and now we have $46.80.39, which is based on this 1.5 weighting system. So we're saying that we're making it 50% higher than the county offer price. And you can see that the Marysville ones are the same too. So instead of 50% higher, it's going to be 20% higher. And so that's what you can see here. And if you really want to make sure and check again, I can zero this out just to make sure. And you can see those go to 0. If I want to check this one as well, click 0. Those go to 0 as well. So cool, this is what you can do. You can change around with this. So you have your baseline county pricing, and now I want to, let's say, a 0.5, and I want this 1.7, and you could really easily change these around. So that's the cool part about this. You've essentially created a key now here. So everything's lined up. You have everything available. I can make a nice little outline. So you can do that. And this is where you can keep adding on to them as well. So again, all you need to do to add on is come in here. Instead of ending it with the county pricing, all I want to do is back that up and create a new if-then statement. So if I wanted to do another city just to make sure, before I did that, I'm going to create a new column. So let's say a new ID, and let's look at one. Let's say home. I see home as a parcel city in there, and I'm going to create a new one, 1.3. All you need to do is come up here. I've already taken that one away, and so I'm going to create a new if-then statement on top of this. And so if this city again equals home, lock that in, then I want to put this. And if not, now I'm going to go back to the city pricing. And I'm going to need to add an extra parentheses there, but that should lock that in. Come up here, and now you can see that the 3s are in there, and I've just created a new pricing scheme for the home city as well. So it's really easy to do once you have the hang of it. The biggest holdup is going to be the if-then statements. So make sure you have the locking ins right, you have the if-then statements in there correctly, but this is how you can do 3 and keep adding them on. And from there you can keep moving up and down and play around as you want. And you can do that for both city, you can do that for zip code, you can do that for any column that you want. So that's the cool part about it. So I hope you like this, enjoy, and please subscribe, share, and like if you want to see more. All right, thanks, bye.